Hello photographers, Tom here from Cameras Direct with another product review. Today we're going to have a quick look at the new Cactus V6 wireless triggers. Now these are a wireless flash trigger, they are a transceiver, which means they can transmit or receive, and they are designed so that you can pop this on your camera's hot shoe and it will wirelessly trigger a flash off camera. Because it's a radio signal, means you can put the flashes behind walls or trees or out of sight, and these will still trigger them. About 100-metre range. So very handy for off-camera flash work with, say, portraits or real estate where they are particularly popular. Now, the difference between the V6 and the V5s are as follows. Firstly, the V6 takes AA batteries, not AAAs, which I believe is an improvement. It does make the unit a little larger, but having AA's, which are what you use in your flash, makes a lot more sense. The locking ring is now a lot easier. You slip it on, lock that on, and that locks it like the new speed lights. And this also can be used as a remote shutter release, a wireless shutter release for your camera. You can buy a cable release which connects from this into your cable socket and then use another one of these to wirelessly trigger your camera. Great for wildlife photography and so on. So the big headline act about this particular unit is that you can now, popping this on your camera, put a speed light like a 430EX or an SB700 or whatever on top of this, onto the hot shoe, and you can see it's got all these little dedicated pins here, and the flash you pop on top of this on your camera will still remain full TTL control. That means the camera's controlling the output. That's called TTL pass-through technology. Couldn't do that on the Cactus V5. So that means this flash is still controlled by the camera, yet this is still triggering other flashes wirelessly. So that's a big headline act. The second big headline act, which I think is even better, is you can now control and change the output of the wireless flashes that you have set up via the unit on the camera. You can do that by selecting the channel, or the group, sorry, that you've got your flashes on, and then change the output manually on here up to 10th stop increments. It's fantastic. Normally you'd have an assistant who would do that, or you would walk over yourself to change the output or move the flash forwards or closer or further away to actually change the flash exposure. Well, now you can do it through this device on the camera. That means certainly when you're working outdoors and you've got the flashes a fair way away, it's going to save you a lot of time. So you can also adjust different brands of flashes and different power flashes so that they are equal. Meaning if you put both of them on full power, they're both going to give you the same output. If you change that to half power and that to half power, they will be the same output. Now that's a huge advantage if you've got two flashes of different power settings. And if they're not built into the inbuilt sort of programmable flashes that are in here, then you can put it into learning mode and this can learn that flash so it can do that. So huge headline act, wonderful device. These are the new V6 triggers, and if you're a portrait photographer, real estate photographer, these are a godsend, and they are not expensive, particularly compared to other triggers, and they are very reliable. The Cactus V6 trigger system.